What's up, guys? Welcome back to Elijah's Enlightenment. I appreciate you guys, man. If you come back to the channel, you watch the videos when they're posted, you watch the videos 7 days after they're posted, just simply watching it, just giving me the time to connect with you, if possible, it means a lot. It really does. The topic that I want to talk about today, and this is just another daily check-in, is the importance of play and the importance of patience. For the past couple days, I was in a rut. I was in my head a lot. I was very self-conscious. I was very judgmental towards myself and subsequently towards the external world as well. It's really easy to fall down. It's really easy to fall into the pit of being consumed by your mind and just living there, and that becomes your reality. Yesterday, I took a walk down in the park and the sun was shining, and it's supposed to be rainy for the next couple of days. But yesterday, I saw on the weather app that the one day of sunshine. So I made sure to get out and enjoy it. And I did enjoy it. And while I was on that walk, it started off with me, trekking along, beautiful greenery to my left and right. And I also have a creek that was running along the left side, beautiful creek. And there was two sets of people walking in front of me. There was a couple, and then there was a tall man. And I've seen him walking before. Seems very rigid when he walks, very upright, very structured, very tall, so he never really looks at me when I pass him before. But he looks pretty content, And this is a good segue to talk about how my mind just started to run rampant with all these unnecessary thoughts. For example, I'm walking, I'm trying to stay peaceful, I'm trying to stay in the moment, get out of my mind and into my body. That was the goal of the walk. And all of a sudden I feel, okay, my pace, I'm getting closer to the couple in front of me. Do I just pass them? Do I not? I'm starting to get a little bit of social anxiety, you could say. And it's like, what do I do? Okay, so I ease off and I start walking back, and I'm just going. And then I see the man in front of me and he starts to slow down. So the couple is approaching him a little bit, and they have 2 dogs, and they're just walking and they're just talking. And even when I was approaching a little bit into their space, when I started picking up my pace, they didn't even notice me. They didn't look back. They didn't stop the conversation. They were just enjoying the day, enjoying their walk. And so I thought to myself, why do we as humans play these games in our head a majority of the time, I would say, when we're out in society around other people? If I'm walking and I see a person approaching me, okay, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna look down and time it just right. So when we're about maybe a foot apart, you look up, hey, how you doing? Boom, look down, and you start walking again. I think that's kind of ridiculous. And another point of the walk that I wanted to do is I wanted to connect with people. I wanted to look people in the eye and just acknowledge them and say, hey, how are you doing? Have conversations. And so I thought to myself in that moment when I'm walking and I'm struggling and I'm backing up, but then I'm walking faster and I'm like, okay, what am I gonna do? Just stop trying. Just stop trying. You're surrounded by greenery. You're surrounded by a creek. You have water flowing. You have life. You have birds chirping. You have sun in your face. Why are you so consumed and stuck in your world about if you're going to pass them or if you need to ease up? Just walk. Just walk. Just play. Just enjoy it. Be a human being. And as soon as I switched that in my head, and I started to just notice the trees around me, and I just started to pay attention to the bird calls and the wildlife and the squirrels and all that. I look up about 7 minutes later, and I don't even know where the couple went. I don't see the tall guy anymore. I'm on this path and there's no one walking towards me, and there's no one walking up behind me. It's just me. It's just me. And on the surface, I know it could be seen as such a trivial thing. Okay, well, yeah, they sped up, they took a different path. You slowed down maybe, you were enjoying the sights, and things just worked out that way. But to me, in that moment, it meant so much more. It meant so much more. You know, it was me taking the time to get out of my head and say, Elijah, you are fine. You are okay. You are walking just as all these other people are doing on this beautiful day. You are just walking. And that's okay. You don't have to think about how you're going to say hello, how they're going to perceive you when you say hello, the tone of your voice. So if you do a lighter, hi, how you doing? Or if you do a, hey, how's it going? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. And so I take my walk, and the sun, I cannot explain to you how much the sun was just shining in these certain spots. It was making the creek glisten. The trees had this ambience around them that was just angelic almost. And when I started to appreciate that, and I started to look at the trees and realize that they're growing and they're thriving, and the trees, they're not worried about you. They're not worried about how they're seen. The rocks and the water, they're always just doing what they do. And yes, I am making a comparison to myself, human being, to rocks, plants, and animals. Because I think in nature, when you find the simplicity in those things, it brings a level of calmness and simplicity to your own life and to our own mind. And I think that's when you unlock the divine consciousness that we're all bestowed with in this life. We all have it inside of us. Inside. And the outside can be used to serve you if you choose to. It's all about your mindset. The lessons are always there. Everything that we ever need to know, everything that we ever need to feel is always inside of us at birth. It's in our soul. It came from past lives. It will be in future incarnations, and it'll be forever present. I really learned the importance of playing, just simply enjoying yourself, being present. If you say you want to go outside and you want to throw a ball around at a wall, throw that ball at that wall and be in that moment. Really work on your coordination and get into your body. I saw this other man walking, and he was walking very, very fast. And I'm sitting on this bench, and I'm so cool, calm, and relaxed. I'm just chilling. I got my arm posted, and I'm just like, you know? Like, everything is just so good. And he's walking like, and I kind of had a sense about his vibe. I said, hey. He turns back, hey, how you doing? Then goes back to looking down with his sunglasses. And I said, hey, you want to sit down? Come talk. And he's still walking forward, and he's turning back, and he's kind of like, I can feel the tension. It's ambivalent. Like, he wants to go, but then he doesn't. He wants to go, but then he doesn't. And then he says, oh, I got places to be. I got places to be. And I think to myself, where do you got to be? What are you walking for? Where do you have to go? And in that moment when I said that, I said, where do you have to go? You have nowhere to be. You're just walking. And I felt his vibration he's still walking away from me, turning back, and he's like ambivalent still. But then he says, to be honest with you, man, I'm walking off some anxiety right now. I gotta keep walking. That's what he said. I gotta keep walking. Just gotta walk. And I respected that because he had a purpose. And he was just super appreciative that I told him that I offered for him to sit down and to talk. A random stranger. I didn't know why, but I felt the need to. And he turned back and he's like, hey, I appreciate you though, man. I appreciate you. Have a good day. Have a good day. And I was like, thank you. You too. You too, man. And I could see that he was kind of shaken up after. He's like adjusting his clothes and stuff. It's like we have these little tendencies as humans to like assert control and readjust ourselves in moments of angst. But I really think that me simply just offering to talk to him, and for him to physically have to say the words, I just have to keep walking, I'm walking off some anxiety. He loosened up. I took his mind off whatever he was thinking about, whatever, pit he was digging himself into. I took him out of it just by offering to talk to him, offering a seat next to me on a bench. It's not my bench. It could be his bench too, but it's just life. And it's not so serious. And I hope through this story that you really get the message. It is important to just play. It is important to not take life so seriously. I'm at fault for it too. We all do it. It's easy to do it in the society that we live in. But the things worth doing in life are never going to be easy. No one said that. And as I'm talking about just playing right now, I see someone skateboarding and they have music playing, and she's just chilling and she's bopping her head and she's just going along. And that's exactly what I'm talking about. Just enjoy life. Whether it's sunny, whether it's cloudy, whether it's rainy. But you have to switch it up. You have to switch it up here first. We all have the power inside of us to change whatever we want, and it's not going to be at the snap of a finger per se, but little changes amount to big things. That's important. And the little thing that we can do each day is just play a little bit. Play an instrument, play a video game, be totally encapsulated in that zone that you put yourself in, and get out of your mind. There's times where you have to think, okay, I have to do this, I have to do this, I have to get these things done. That's responsibility. That is a part of the life that we live, but you cannot be out of balance with it. It's important. Just as much as you have responsibilities and you need to do things in life, it is just as, if not more important, to take time to just relax. Look at this mossy cobblestone behind me. That is so beautiful. And I saw this and I was like, oh, that's a good place to make a video. And I got these trees. And you can hear the birds, hopefully. And everything's just happening. And so with that being said, take time to be patient with yourself. Take time to get out of your head. Love yourself first. Love your life first. Realize that you have so much more than your circumstances, that you are a spiritual being having a human existence. Not the other way around. Never the other way around. Be happy, Easier said than done at times, but I feel happy today, so I'm gonna put this video out. As I always say, thank you guys. Thank you for choosing me today. It means a lot. I love you. I appreciate you. And remember to play a little bit today. Bye-bye.